Welcome to Black Moon Goddess Intuition. I'm Black Moon, Rasmika, doing an impromptu witch shop tarot. Um, I just got a message, whatever, and I just kept hearing polarity, perspective, and purpose. Polarity, perspective, and purpose. So it feels global, like a collective, a real collective type feel, not just my collective. Each reader has their own collective of people that they are energetically connected to. But this feels like on a global scale, on a mass scale. So everything is polarity, right? So everything is on a sliding scale. Um, that's why they say it's a thin line between love and hate, things of that nature, because it is a very thin line. It's like a little bit too much is too much, a little bit too little is too little. You dig me? So I'm kind of feeling like us as a collective, as humanity, we are evolving, and we're revolutionizing who we are as a species, right? As human beings. So it's like a lot of us are coming into our own as far as realizing what's been holding us back. Um, what are we really wanting? What are we really trying to achieve? What do we want to manifest? Now, when I say manifest, I'm not talking about just like money and material things. Yes, I'm talking about that too, but in order for your external reality to change, transform, manifest, transmute, however you want to say it, you have to change the inside first, right? So we have to change how we see ourselves. We have to change the way we see other people. We have to change the way we see a circumstance or a situation. There's not um, like a end all the be all on how to do this. Each person is different, and each person has to pull on their strengths and recognize their weaknesses in order to have things manifest the way that they're supposed to. Now, if a lot of us are in this energy of trying to clear out stagnant energy, old beliefs, limiting beliefs, closing out karmic cycles, closing out, closing out um, how we move through life, right? We're ending a chapter and we're starting a new one. So one cycle ends and another one begins. So in that space of the old and the new, there's that limbo, right? Which is now, which is the present, because this is the only thing that we can change, right? What's happening right now. We can't change what happened in the past, and we can only influence the future by the decisions and the path of the journey that we're on right now. So when you go to that place in your mind, or you have memories that pop up, or you have things that happen in your outside world that are not um, in alignment with what you said that you wanted to manifest, or what you're looking for, or things like that, take a deeper look at what's happening. Take a deeper look at the situation. Take a deeper look at the person. Take a deeper look at how you're seeing it. Maybe you're seeing it in a deficit when you should be seeing it in a debit. You know what I mean? So it's like where you put your thoughts and your energy is what will manifest for you in your reality. So it's a polarity. If your energy is wonky, then what you manifest and what you see is going to be wonky. And when I say manifest, that means that could be manifesting a new job, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, trying to release old things. We just got through having the full moon in Gemini, the cold moon, which is all about um, analyzing your past, being present, and making plans for the future, right? So that you can influence your future in the way that you want. Now, when we come to these things, we have to make goals, we have to make plans. There has to be things that are set in motion. Not everything is in the quantum field, although it starts in the quantum field, right? With your thoughts. Your thoughts create emotions, your emotions create action, right? So you have to think about how to clear up this wavelength, right? So say that everything is supposed to be moving at a steady wavelength, up and down, right? This is the pattern, right? But then you get spikes up, which is total elation, total happiness, then you're in that flow, right? You're at that higher frequency of your personal energy, right? But then sometimes you are moving low and you're barely moving, like the line isn't moving at all. You done dip down and now it's plateaued at this low level. In order to get out of that low level, you have to learn how to maintain the flow. That's the duality. That's the polarity. Instead of being on a sliding scale from low to high, from the negative to the positive, it's holding that middle ground, being fluid on both ends. So if things happen that you don't necessarily have planned, or you weren't um, you weren't prepared for, it's not like it's going to knock you off your game completely. You know how to ride the wave and keep yourself centered, right? Okay. Anyways, so I was getting that. So that has to do with your polarity. Then it has to do with your perspective. Your perspective deals with your polarity. Depending on where on this sliding scale of polarity you're viewing the situation, person, event, whatever is going on in your life, wherever part of this sliding polarity scale you're on, that's how you're going to perceive it. So if you're in the negative, on the negative side of the polarity scale, you're going to see things in a negative way. You're going, the solutions and avenues that you're trying to um, think of to get out of it is going to be on that negative scale, right? It's going to be in the deficit. And if you're operating on the positive end of the polarity scale, then you're able to, you're more open, right? You're more open to receive, you're more open to change, you're more open to take the actions necessary, you're more open to say what it is that needs to be said in order to further your journey, further your mission, further your goals, further your manifestation. If you guys didn't catch it, catch my video on the sweet spot that talks about being present and how to manifest in the present. Now, when we talk about manifestation, you have to understand that right now, where we're in now, is a time of instant manifestation. So what I mean by that is, it means that your thoughts are going to instantly create your reality. That means if you think something that's negative, 9 times out of 10, some negative shit is going to happen instantly. So within, from a few seconds to a few hours, no more than 24 hours, it's going to happen. So the um, the way to combat all of that is to be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of your emotions, be mindful of what you're putting your energy towards. If you're putting it towards something negative, then you know that negativity is going to come. Evil exists only in the hearts of men, right? So man, woman, human beings, we create the evil that is in the world. God is all light. God is omnipotent. God is benevolent. God brings light, joy, wisdom, and knowledge. The adversities and struggles and things that we go through are by our own design, right? Because we have free will. If you have free will, then you want to make sure that your free will is being directed in a spiritually aligned type of way. So, say for instance, you are at your job, right? And you've been feeling like you wanted to ask for a raise. You've been feeling like you're being unappreciated, overworked, unappreciated, overlooked, things of that nature. And you know that you are a perfect candidate for the new position that's been open, and you want to go apply for it. You, everything in you is telling you, yes, I can do this, but there is something that's deep inside that's saying, oh, they've overlooked you all this time, it's nothing's going to be different this time, there's no point in wasting your time, blah say blah, whoop de whoop, the negative Nancy, the monkey mind starts to bring you down, so you don't go for it. Next thing you know, guess what? Somebody else goes for the position that's way less qualified than you. But now, guess what? They're your boss. And they have the position that you should have. Why? Because you let that monkey mind, you let that narrative in your mind run rampant, and it created seeds which planted in your subconscious mind, which is your energy field, and it was then radiated out into your external existence, right? Your physical world. When we do these things, we are playing ourselves small. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. We're giving away our power, our energy, and we're staying in this narcissistic mindset of ourselves. So the polarity and the perception has to do with how we see our purpose, if we have a purpose, if we know what our purpose is, things of that nature. And our purpose is all about what we feel that we were brought here to do, the change that we were incarnated to impact on humanity. We were all here to help and guide each other, whether we know each other or not, like physically know each other. We all know each other in spirit. We are all brothers and sisters in spirit, right? We are all connected. Excuse me. Even though we are connected, we are individuals. So have your individual experience, but understand that what you do affects the collective. What you do affects your community. What you do affects those people around you, because our energy is infectious. We are entangled with each and every person or being that we come in contact with. They leave their residual energy on us. We leave our residual energy on them. So whatever energy we're carrying can rub off on someone else, unbeknownst to them or you, right? So you have to be consciously aware of your subconscious in order to combat the things that you don't want to see, you don't want to manifest, the things you don't want to have happen. So in order to do this, you need to clear your energy, purify your spirit, and then center yourself, and protect it. Once you clear it, purify it, then you have to protect it, seal yourself in light, whatever the case may be. I do teach this in my transformation and spiritual transformation and empowerment classes. In the Black Moon Butterfly Effect course I do teach you how to ground yourself, clear and purify your energy, and also protect it. There are a plethora of different ways to do this, but what the things that I show you or demonstrate for you or teach you, guide you through, are things that I've used myself, and I know that they are proven. Okay? Anyways, I digress. For the collective, for your purpose. Your purpose necessarily doesn't have to be something that you're passionate about. Something that you're passionate about does not necessarily equal your purpose, okay? Because us as human beings, again, we have free will. We are drawn to certain things that we think are going to be beneficial for us, that we think are going to make us happy, give us joy, bring us harmony, bring us inner peace, bring us a connection to spirit, to the creator. But in all actuality, it is disadvantageous for us, right? It's not for us, so it doesn't come off right, it doesn't work out, things become frustrating or difficult. We find ourselves second guessing ourselves. Little things start to happen to let you know, this is not the way I'm supposed to be going, this is not where I'm supposed to be directing my energy, this is not where I'm supposed to be focusing. This is not a purpose or a passion. This is something that I am psyching myself out to believe. Changing your psyche is very difficult to do. It takes a lot of time and patience and repetition and being self-aware. Self-development, being self-aware, being able to see yourself naked. Love yourself regardless. Love yourself from your past. Love yourself for right now, the things that you've experienced. And also, like I said, understand that we are spiritual beings. So the life that we're living, the body that we're embodying, this vessel, this car, this meat suit that we're wearing has not always been us. You dig me? This reality that we're seeing, this reality that we're living, this life that we're living, this perception that we have has not always been our perception. Okay? We come from a higher place, a multidimensional place. We are multidimensional beings. We live in the 3D, but we're transforming and elevating into the 5D. So with that, it takes 22% of the population to elevate all of humanity's consciousness. We are in that battle right now. Everybody keeps talking about the wars and things that's going on around the world. Understand that World War III is a consciousness war. It's a war of your spirit. It's a war of your soul. It's a war of your mind. If you're not astute and you're not conscious of what's happening, you will get sucked in, and then you're going to be looking around like, what the freak happened? I told you. Okay? So be mindful. Everything is a polarity. Everything is a polarity. You control the slide on that scale. Okay? Once you learn about the polarity and understand that everything is vibration, everything is energy, nothing is really solid that you see, touch, feel, smell. Nothing in this reality is really solid. This table is not really solid. It's solid because we've all convinced ourselves in our psyche that it is. All of humanity has decided that this thing is solid, this thing is not solid. You dig me? It's a conscious agreement that we've made to perceive things the way they are. Okay? For those of us that are more intuitive or more connected and psychics, mediums, light workers, things of that nature, shamans, y'all know who you are. You have a responsibility to the collective, to yourself, to your children, to your offspring, to those that came before us, those that are here now, and those that will be coming after us, to set the stage, to make this world a fertile ground for their growth, their knowledge, their wisdom, for them to develop as human beings, as spiritual beings. This is what we're here for. Everybody thinks that we're born to live this existence. We're living this existence to elevate our spirit, to elevate our soul, to elevate our consciousness. So that when we reincarnate again, if we haven't reached nirvana in this life, we come back smarter, we come back wiser, we come back more in tune. And we come back to a world that can facilitate this growth. Okay. Also, I feel like there's also this energy of um, reconciliation. So this is coming back together. This is collapsing the timelines. This is integrating the energies. This is calling back in your power. This is understanding that you are the reason for the season. You make your reality what it is. So everything is not always about the physical world, but you have to understand that we are in this physical world. We are living amongst this 3D reality right now. And with that, we have to understand that there are certain parameters that we've agreed to. But understand you can also break those agreements. Every person, every human being on this earth is a light being. Everybody is made up of stardust. We are all cosmic, right? Every cell in our body, DNA, every atom, every microbe, whatever. Everything that makes up us is energy, light. We literally have stardust in our DNA. Tap into it. Break the agreements that you're not comfortable with. Break, cut the cords and the cycles. Stop the harassment of self, right? Stop the harassment of self and clear out all the clutter. Declutter your energy field so that you're riding on the wave. You're in flow. You're in alignment. You can't be in alignment if you're looking at the past, because you're not here. You're not present. So therefore, you're not centered. You're in the past. You can be here all day. Your physical body can be here in the 3D all day, but your mind, your psyche, your energy is in the past, or it's in the future, and it's being pulled in two different directions, which is spreading you thin in the present. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, so that's basically what I'm getting. I'm also feeling like, so for me, I'm feeling more of the energy of being, understanding the vibrations, the volumes, the frequencies, how the energy works. This is a real otherworldly energy that I'm feeling that's coming in. So it's like you need to tap into the quantum field. You need to tap into yourself. You need to tap into what it is that you really want. Like, take an internal inventory of your thoughts, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your desires, what you want, what you don't want, how you want it to come to you. What do you think it'll look like? What do you think it'll feel like? How will you be a different person? What is different from the person that you are trying to be, or the life that you are trying to live, than what you are in right now? What can you do in this moment that will influence the future to be the way, so that you can move forward on your path to the way that you want it to be? You can't just sit in the present and be like, okay, well, that was fucked up in the past, and now it's going to be fucked up again because this opportunity is coming back around. Just because an opportunity comes back around, or a situation comes back around, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to repeat the past. The only way it's going to repeat the past is if you didn't learn your lessons, and not learning your lessons is not looking at that situation in the past in an objective view. What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about how you deal? What did you learn about your reactions? What did you learn about your emotions? What did you learn? That's how you get over these things, because when they come, they are going to come back around. Don't get me wrong, they will come back around, but it's coming back around to either test you or retest you, because you went through the test before, you failed it, right? So when it comes back around again, how astute are you? How observant are you of the energy that it holds? It may be a different person, it may be a different state, it may be a different whatever, but the energy is still the same, if you dig my flow, right? So what did you learn? What have you learned that you can implement to influence this situation, right? This is, like I said, loving yourself naked. That means loving yourself because, in spite of that, knowing that, okay, you are a different person now. You're stronger, wiser, right? You have more information under your belt about you, right? So understand where you are, what you're trying to achieve, how does it look? And understand that, like I said, everything is polarity. Everything is polarity. A failure is just a dream that needs tweaking, right? Everything has a frequency, everything has a vibration, everything has a a light force. So, and now when I say light force, it doesn't mean a bright light. Some things can have a blue light force, some things can have a red light force, some things can have a green light force, some things can have other color light forces too, depending on the energy that it has. You dig me? So I also feel like there are things that are going to be coming to the surface that are going to give you truth and clarity on your journey here, on what it is that you need to be focusing on, what it is that you need to let go of, what it is that you need to bring in. I feel like there's going to be a conversation had, or some type of communication. It could be email, but it's what's the word? God damn it. It's text, right? It's something that you're going to be able to read. It's not like somebody's going to have a conversation with you, like talking to you like I am. It's something that you're going to read. I feel it's going to be in print. I see print. Some of you, maybe not. You may get the print, see the words in your head or whatever, what have you. But right now is a very transformative time of humanity. And I just want you guys to understand, like, you have the leverage. You have leverage. Don't psych yourself out into thinking that the power is outside of yourself. The force is outside of yourself. God is in each and everything that we see, perceive, known and unknown, seen and unseen, inside of it, internal and external. So tap into that energy. Make sure that you are in integrity with yourself. Make sure you're in integrity with who you really are, your true nature. And if you don't know, if you've been living your life on autopilot, the decisions that you make, the life that you live, the clothes that you wear, the food that you eat has been dictated to you from your upbringing or things that have happened in the past or something like that. It's connected to something else and is not an original thought. Think about how many things that you do, how many things that you think are an original thought that came from your spirit, that came from your soul, that came from you, not as a not from an outside force. Like, it wasn't taught to you by your parents, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, your teachers, your professors. It wasn't taught to you. This came from inside of you, right? An original thought, meaning it originated with you. to clear up your thought process and have these original thoughts and find out what is really anchored in your heart, your being, your energy field within this body, you have to do some soul searching. And it's not easy. I'm not saying that working on this is easy, but it's something that is a necessary step so that you can make yourself fertile ground, so that you can be mentally fit, emotionally fit, and spiritually fit to move along your journey and transform and make the changes in your life that you want to make and need to make. Okay? there's there's no prerequisite. It's not like you have to be a trained whatever. No, this is all about you and your connection with yourself and God. Spirituality has nothing to do with your religion. It all has to do with your spiritual connection with your higher power. God has you as you see him or her or them, right? Yeah. So just take time out every day to connect with yourself, preferably in the morning before you do anything else, before you check emails, before you check voicemails, before you look at your phone, before you speak to anyone. Take 5-10 minutes every morning before you start your day, before you do anything, and connect with yourself, connect with God, connect with the energy of the day. Set your intentions for the day. What is it that you want to see? What is it that you want to experience? What kind of conversations do you have? Do you want to have? What kind of places do you want to go? How do you want to show up? Set goals for yourself. Make sure that they are attainable. Make sure that they are realistic. Make sure that you set a time frame. You know what I mean? Make sure that you don't bite off more than you can chew. You can have a big goal, but break it down into smaller goals, steps to the bigger goal, right? Also, it's more about it's a lot. It has a lot to do with understanding how energy works and how it manifests in your life and how you can harness it for your benefit. Like I said, everything is energy. I don't care what anybody says. Everything is energy. Everything has a vibe. Everything has a frequency. Everything moves. Energy never dies. It only gets transmuted, right? So negative energy, when we say we want to release negative energy, toxicity, overwhelm, judgment, projections, um, anxiety, depression, you know, when we say we want to release all of this, well, it's not like we're just releasing it into the air and it's just out here. No, when we consciously release that out of our spirit, we're saying, God, take this from me, transmute it into positive energy, and that's what happens. But you have to truly let go, and you have to be diligent in this. You have to be diligent and determined to experience the life that you want to experience. If you go through this life saying that, oh, I want this, and oh, I want that, and oh, I'm tired of this, and oh, I'm tired of that, but you don't make any moves within yourself on how you see yourself and how you see situation and your reactions to life, then you're going to constantly be in this revolving door, merry-go-round rerun of life, right? It's like you're living a life that is spoofed. It's a spoof life. It's not reality. It's not the original, right? Um, Also, like I just feel like we have such a great responsibility to ourselves and to each other and to the people that are in our lives. We owe it to ourselves to be the best that we can be. We owe it to ourselves to be the most authentic we can be. We owe it to ourselves to see ourselves as light beings, as capable. We owe it to ourselves not to wallow in the programming of the world, which is destruction, fear, anxiety, death. It's propaganded everywhere. Disease, famine, all of these bad things. We are bombarded with negativity all day, every day. It's in the air. It's on social media. It's on the news. It's in TV shows. It's in every. We absorb this negativity through every perceivable, yeah, perceivable orifice on our body. It is absorbed through our skin. We see it, we smell it, we taste it, we hear it. We absorb it. So protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect your space, your homes, your cars, your office space. And be mindful of what's happening around you. Be observant. You ask for God to show you something, then wait and be observant. Look for it. But don't look for it in a certain type of way, because God works in mysterious ways. The energy and the manifestation powers of the creative is not how on our terms. It's on what is best for us. It's for our greatest and highest good. Because we don't know what's best for us most of the time. Let's just be honest. Half of us don't even know what the hell we want. Some of us can't even make a decision on what to wear, what to eat, where to go, what to do. A lot of us are in this place of just flailing in the wind. It's time to bring it all back. Take all your energy back. Center yourself. Ground yourself. Be grounded but connected at the same time. Okay. Do I want to pull some cards? I don't know yet. I mean, and I'm coming from a loving place. I'm coming from a caring place, because my job on this earth is to uplift humanity, bring about the evolution of consciousness, bring about the revolution of what it means to be human in the human experience, not just living from paycheck to paycheck, dread to dribble, no. It's about creating your own piece of heaven in your life. You can have heaven on earth, life on earth. Your journey through this physical world does not have to be hell. It does not have to be, because everything, again, polarity, right? Heaven is hell, hell is heaven. It's a polarity, and this Midgard, this middle land, this existence is between the both. So we are connected to both, always and forever. When we leave this earth, we go back to that primordial energy. We turn back into the energy that we came here as, before we before we were implanted into this body and became a soul. We were spirit. Okay. Also, just to understand the movement of energy, like the direction that it goes in, you have to be willing to shed the old programming. Stop thinking of things the way you used to. See things from fresh eyes. Open your third eye. Open your heart. Be in a energy of gratitude and acceptance and forgiveness. Love yourself. Forgive those who have harmed you. That doesn't say fuck with them, but you forgive them, because guess what? You not forgiving them and holding a grudge is sapping your energy. You want to have an infinite supply of cosmic spiritual energy within this vessel, right? Okay. All right. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'm probably going to hop up off of here. That is just my thoughts. This is what came to me. This is what has been on my mind for a couple of hours. It just came to my mind out of nowhere. And I've been trying to figure out, like, how can I really explain it? And I just say it the way it's coming to me. I hope it makes sense. I think that we put way too much pressure on ourselves to be perfect. And it's not about being perfect for society, or perfect for your parents, or perfect for the traditions or society or culture or ethnicity that you were born into, right? It's about being perfect for yourself, being the best you can be. Nobody is perfect. Perfectionism is an illusion, just like time. It's an illusion. The expectations you put on yourself will be the expectations others will put on you. And if you're putting unreasonable expectations on yourself, reevaluate your goals, reevaluate what it is that is putting you that is making you feel like this is it, right? Reevaluate things, relearn and unlearn. You know, understand, feel the vibe of the people that are around you. Just try it. When you meet somebody for the first time and you don't know them, before you make a prejudged before you make a prejudgment on them based on how they look or what they say, feel their energy. Tap into it, and just take note of the sensations that you feel, the images that might pop up in your mind, the things that come to you when you focus your energy on this person. Try it with people that you know. Try it with your spouse, your children, your dog. It's possible. You know what I mean? And you'll be able, this will help you expand your energy field, expand your awareness, expand how you intuitively move through this world. Mm. Every education, indoctrination, um, being conditioned, imprinted, all of these things are mechanisms of man to make us fit into society, to status quo. When we were children, we didn't care about any of that crap. We wanted to do us, and we did it happily. We weren't embarrassed. We weren't ashamed. We weren't frightened. We didn't feel anxious. We didn't feel any of these low level emotions until something adverse happened to us, or it was taught to us, instilled to us. We learned it from our surroundings, you know? So my truth, my experience, my life is not your truth, your experience, your life, right? So my worldview is different than your worldview, but there's also a collective worldview. So it's like you have to know what your views are. You have to know what your heart is. You have to know what your mind is. You have to know what feels right for you. Even if you've been doing said thing, felt said emotion, been bamboozled into feeling like a certain ideology or whatever view of yourself, view of the world, view of your finances, view of career, view of family, view of love, all of these things, if they doesn't really resonate with you, let it go. Take an honest evaluation of your views, of your beliefs. What do you really believe within your soul? What do you really believe? Even if it's contradictory to the way you were brought up, to the things that you were taught, to the things that you may have read. Take everything that you've known from this point on, from up until this point, with a grain of salt. Reevaluate it, relook at it, reanalyze it. Is this something that you really believe? And if you do believe it, is it beneficial for you? Has it been something that's helped you along this way all this time, or has it been something that's been keeping you stagnant and hindered and hesitant? Right? Every human being, every person on earth is looking for happiness, joy, and contentment. Right? We want to be content in our lives. We want happiness. We want to be able to enjoy life. We don't want to have to be worried all the time about this or that, what this person thinks, what that person thinks. Am I living up to this person's expectations? That expectations are my expectations. Sometimes we need to drop all that and calm our mind, calm our spirit, and push all that out. Again, we just had the full moon in Gemini a couple days ago. I hope you made your moon water. I hope you released everything within you. That parasite that has been holding you hostage and telling you lies, let all that go. Let go of all of those things that are not, that don't feel good, that don't really resonate with you, but you've been forcing it, right? Take an evaluation of this. Is it an original thought? Because again, that thought is going to create an emotion. That emotion is going to create an action. Your action chooses your path. That's the way you're going to walk through life. This is the way you're going to take this road of the path or that road of the path. This is the way you're going to look at it. This is the way you're going to perceive it. This is the way you're going to see the purpose of it. Think about the polarity. Think about the frequency. Think about the vibration. How does it feel? How does it look? Does it invigorate you or deplete you? Okay. Also, I also feel like I also wanted to say rather that um, spiritual transformation, personal development, personal mastery, things of these nature, all of these things are about cultivating a fertile ground and making yourself fit for the journey ahead. We are ending a cycle, we are ending a year. This is the end of a time period in humanity. Every year we start over, right? Every year we build, but we also start over. So this year, when you're thinking about your New Year's resolutions and your intentions for the new year, dig deep. Don't just ask for superficial manifestations, money, cars, houses. Now, if you need it, yes. But even if you do need it, think beyond that. Think about why you're in the situation you're in now. You know, if you've been going through it lately, know that a time is coming of peace and harmony. A time is going to come of equilibrium. If you're in a good space, understand that this is a karmic dividend for the work done, and there's still more work ahead. If you are having a a crisis of identity, right? I'm saying, when I say crisis of identity, meaning that you know that you are on the cusp of becoming something better, something different, someone better, a different being altogether, and you're a little bit scared, you're a little bit hesitant because you don't know how to move forward. Let go. Let go and be guided. Let go and be guided. There are exercises that you can do. There's meditations you can do. Make sure that when you're in prayer and contemplation that you are actively in prayer and contemplation. Don't be sitting there thinking that, oh, I'm just here and my mind is racing. Your mind may be racing, but what is it racing with? What is coming up? What is the theme? What is spirit trying to get you to understand or see or recognize or overcome? Okay. Um, Also, oh shoot, hold on, guys. Okay. Also, this is on a massive scale. A lot of you, be mindful of the company that you keep. Be mindful. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that have achieved the things that you're trying to achieve. Surround yourself with people that you can learn from, people that you can grow with. Surround yourself with people, places, things, knowledge, wisdom that is of light, that is not of low vibration. So make sure that you are eliminating toxicity and you are cleansing your body and your spirit daily. Also, be mindful of the words that you speak. Um, like I said, instant manifestation is happening right now. So be careful of the things that you say. The things that you say, even in joking. Don't joke about bullshit. Don't joke about bad things happening. Don't joke about negativity, low vibration, darkness, anything like that. Keep your thoughts focused on the highest vibration. Keep your psyche in a conscious state. Consciously influence your subconscious. Consciously take an evaluation of those deep rooted things that keep popping up, whether it's a thought, whether it's a situation, whether it's a person, whatever it is. I feel like there's some type of repetition happening. There's some type of repetition happening. Okay, and it has you like this. It has you juggling. It has you juggling, and it's going to get better if you do what you're supposed to do. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna pull 3 cards and I'm gonna get up out of here. Yeah. So thank you, God, so Spirit, my angels, my ancestors, my Orishas. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for touching me. Thank you for my gifts. Impart me with a message of wisdom and knowledge, upliftment, transformation, and evolution for the collective. Give me 3 cards. Give me 3 cards for information that they need to know right now for their growth. Greatest and highest good. We got the 4 of Pentacles. This for me is usually the 4 of Pentacles is being a miser, right? Being stingy, holding things close, cuffing, you know. But I kind of feel like this has to do with your inspiration, your creativity, the things that you are trying to achieve, the things that you are trying to manifest. It's like you're holding them so tight that it can't get out, right? But I also feel like um, it's growing while you're holding it. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's growing while you're holding it. That's what I'm getting. It's like you have certain things down pat, right? You have another idea that is coming to you, but you're also nurturing something right now. So this thing that you're nurturing right now, that's your baby. I don't care what, I don't know your life, so whatever you got going on, whatever it is that you are focusing on the most right now, that is what you're nurturing. But you got your foot on the knowledge that's going to help you speed up the process, or inject some type of new energy or new reasoning or new formula or whatever into said situation, first place thing, whatever it is that you got going on, right? But there's epiphanies coming to you as well. So it's all about taking the knowledge that's coming into you with the knowledge that's already resonated, that's already within you, and creating this new reality, creating this opportunity, creating this space, creating the manifestation of whatever you got going on, whatever it is that you're holding on to. I just heard selfishness. Don't be selfish with um, don't be selfish with yourself. Um, it's it's not about, okay. When I say don't be selfish to yourself, I mean don't sell yourself short. Don't tell yourself, oh well, this is for other people, not for me. I don't have enough this. I don't know enough that. Blase blah whoop de whoop. But you're steady getting information. You're steady getting information. Pay attention to the information. Write it down if you have to. Do a voice memo on your phone. Whatever it is, it will be reference material later, and you already have reference material that you have down pat. Go back into your mind, go back into your energy, go back into yourself, and look for those answers filed away, right? Okay. And it's the number 4, which is all about duality, polarity, perception, and purpose, right? It's all about, oh, geez, it's all about that. Death flew out. It flew on the floor, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna put it back in the deck. But death came out, which is all about transformation. It's all about out with the old and with the new. You see, death is right here, and the Pope figure is begging death. Okay, so this for me, I don't know, it's for me, it's like it's breaking down the conditioning of religion. It's breaking down the status quo. It's breaking down that masculine energy that is domineering and oppressive. You know what I mean? And it's ushering in a change of love, of feminine energy, of fluidity, of accomplishment, of purpose, of and it's revealing things. It's revealing things of a higher vibration, right? It's not an oppressive energy. It's a liberating energy. And 4, if you look at it on another card, there is usually like 4 Wands. I'm seeing the Four of Wands in my mind. So that's get caught. That's I see the Four of Wands. So for me, the Four of Wands is connection, stability, marriage, contracts. So I feel like you are holding on to something that you have contracted yourself. You've agreed to. If it's good for you, I'm not sure, but I'm feeling like there's something else that's coming in for you that's going to be better for you. And but you're holding on to this because that's what you know, and that's where you feel. That's where you feel that. That's where you think that you'll be happy. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like it's a distraction, but we'll see. Two more cards, please. Thank you. The Page of Pentacles. This is somebody that's learning. This is an apprentice. This is a scholar. This is somebody that is in training. This is somebody that is learning. This is somebody that is growing. This is somebody that is evolving. This is new opportunities, new vision, new things happening in your physical world. Pentacles are all about your physical reality. We got the Four of Pentacles and we got the Page of Pentacles. Things are changing. You are learning things in your physical world that are going to help you move forward. Also, the Page of Pentacles, for me as a reader, represents opportunity for financial gains. So you may be getting a little bit of gain financially here and there. It's kind of like dribbling in. It's not like a windfall or anything, but it is dribbling in, right? Um, so you might get more hours at work. You might sell more units of a product or something that you're selling if you have a business where you're selling something. Whatever it is, you're gonna get a little bit of boost. Not nothing major, but it's enough for you to be able to tell that that some things are moving in your money center. I also feel like with that happening, you're learning different ways to keep this energy going, right? You're more mindful. You're like, okay, when I think positively, I'm getting this little bit of money, this little bit of money that's coming in, right? This little bit of stability, this little bit of knowledge. It's being embodied and anchored into your body, so you are transforming your cells. Okay. And one more, please. And the World card. What did I say? It's the ending of a cycle. It's an ending of a karmic cycle. It's an ending of a pattern. It's an ending of an era. It's an ending of this year. It's an ending. Something is coming full circle for some of you. For others of you, it's an actual ending to a state of being and the opening of a higher state of being. Okay, you see, she's wrapped up here and it's coming off of her. Like whatever you were wrapped up in that was keeping you stagnant, that was keeping you bound, it's coming off. It's coming off. And she's looking back at the Page and the Four, right? I also have there's an eagle, there's a lady, there's a lion, and then there's a cow on this card. And also the reef on this card, for me as a reader, represents the time-space continuum, the quantum field, being on a certain being in a certain dimension, jumping across certain dimensions, quantum leaping, doing things in the astral realm. This is coming at the end. So there are things that are happening in your physical world that are ushering in this. So this is being connected on both because it's surrounded by Earth, which is the green, right? The wreath, but there's space in between. So it's like being in the middle of that polarity, right? You're in the middle. You're in the sweet spot. You're in that transformative time. You're in the middle and you're navigating that that sliver right there. You're not too far to the deficit. You're not too far in the debit. She has batons. For me, I'm getting that this is about the the tools, not necessarily weapons, but tools that you are have used that and put into your arsenal to help you. So these are the things that you're learning, the things that you are learning in this page of Pentacles energy, the things that you're learning, the things that you are trying out, the things that you are experimenting with are going to be things that you're going to put into your arsenal to move forward. Some of these are going to become daily routines. Some of these may be even the way that you eat, the things that you put into your body, the places that you go, the conversations that you have, the energies that you allow in your space, um, the things that you're willing to accept, the things that you're not willing to accept from yourself and others, right? This is a very learning, um, almost philosophical time, right? It's almost like, words from philosophers are like popping off the page at you, type thing. Um, so everything that you're experiencing, everything that you're learning is helping you grow and mature, and also end certain karmic cycles, cut the cords to debilitating patterns. Some of you are cutting um, cords for your whole ancestral line. So like it's generational and ancestral. It is bigger than you, is what I'm saying. The work that you're doing, the things that you're called to. A lot of you are getting a call to spirit right now. A lot of you are getting called to do bigger and better things with your gifts. You're being called to understand and recognize that you do have gifts. You're also being urged to dig deeper into those gifts, recognize them, appreciate them, do research on them. You know, get your clairs together, your clairaudient, clairsentience, things of that nature, clairvoyant, whatever those types of things. Do do more research into spirituality, even not religion, but spirituality itself. Um, if you are religious and you have a religious doctrine that you follow, by all means, get a deeper connection with your how you see God through your religion. But also, I urge you to step outside of the doctrine that is given to you by your religious theology figures and things of that nature, and find out what resonates with you and where it really doesn't. Okay? I was raised Baptist Christian my whole life. And even as a child, certain things didn't sit right with me, right? And I used to ask questions. And my mom used to tell me, don't question God. Now that I'm older and I have a spiritual relationship with the Creator outside of any doctrine or religious institution, I understand that man created the Bible. Man wrote the Bible. The Bible was not written in real time, right? It was written centuries later by hearsay. So some of the things that are in the Bible are true. Some of the things that are in the Bible are not true. It's a handbook. It's guidelines of how to navigate, right? The Old and the New Testament. There are a lot of what's the word? Contradictions, right? But you have to read between the lines, right? I'm one of those people that I believe that there is truth in all of the religious doctrines, from the Torah to the Kabbalah to the Bible to the Quran. You know, I believe in the I Ching and the messages of the I Ching, the red path of the Native Americans. There's the Hindu religions, the gods and goddesses of the Hindu pantheon. There is truth in all of these, because spirit comes to us in a way that we can understand, right? Which is why there's so many religions. And if you look at them, religions, theologies, philosophies, things of this nature, they all kind of cross and intersect in one way or another. They're all connected in one way or another. It's just another person's view of said message. Anyways, I also feel like when you are in this place of learning and growing and decluttering and readjusting and recalibrating your spirit into your body, instead of trying to instead of being fragmented, you're going to be whole again. You're learning to be whole. You're growing into being a whole spiritual being, a whole soul, instead of having one that is fragmented and like holes are punched in it, you know. It's healing those holes in your energy field. It's healing those holes in your soul. It's healing those holes in your spirit. You know what I mean? So everything starts with a thought. Everything that we think, if we can think it, we can imagine it, then we can make it a reality um, with the right amplification of energy, the right amplification, the right intention behind it, with the right force and the right frequency and the right space, right? um, and it's all about knowing what that is. If you don't know yourself and you don't know why you react or how you react to certain situations, then when something happens and it's supposed to be an eye opener or a blessing for you, you're not going to see it as that, because you're looking at it through this fog, right? Anyways, um, we got the Sun card: happiness, illumination, insight, expansion is happening, and that comes under this 4, which is, like I said, you have some things down pat, you're nurturing something else, and you're still getting more information in. So things are growing for you. Things are growing for you, but I feel like you're hesitant. You're kind of being stingy with how much you believe in what you're manifesting. It's saying don't do that. There's happiness on the way. There's illumination on the way. There's expansion on the way. There's childlike happiness on the way. Somebody might be pregnant, just to say. That came to my mind. So for whoever that's for, and it's showing that there is growth here. There's growth happening. The light of God is shining on you to bring you into this bare booty baby type energy. um I'm kind of feeling like with it's like it's like you see the happiness, you feel it, you know it's coming, even if you're not there now, but you're scared to believe in it. Believe in the biggest, highest, greatest energy possible. Otherwise, you're going to manifest some bullshit. Okay? I said 3 cards, but, I don't like an incomplete board. And we got 2 more. We got the 7 of Pentacles, and we got the Hermit card. Okay, so we got a lot of Pentacles. We got a lot of Pentacles, and the rest of them are major arcana, which means these are major life changes that are happening for you. These, and there's the Empress. Somebody might be pregnant or having a baby, or this is birthing a new being. You are birthing a new you. You are moving into a new cycle. You are birthing something new. You are standing in your authority. You are nurturing and loving and abundant in the things that you do, the things that you see. You have a broader view of you have a broader view of what it is that you're trying to manifest. You have a broader view of yourself, things of that nature. I am tired. Thank you. Tired. What time is it? 7 o'clock almost. The 7 of Pentacles under this Page of Pentacles, for me, again, you are planting seeds. You are planting seeds. This is knowledge. You have planted something in your physical world. You have planted seeds in your reality, right? That you are waiting to come into fruition. You're learning. You're learning to cultivate. You're learning to be. You're learning the agriculture of your land, right? You're tilling. You're learning. You're growing, and it's gonna take some time for some things to come into fruition. But look, there's one already at your feet that's come off the vine or bush or whatever this is, and look, you've picked it up. Something has already come into fruition for you, and you still got 6 more that are coming. You've picked it up. You're learning. You're using it, right? And this world card, we got the Hermit. So this is all about going within, isolation maybe. So it's isolating yourself um, from the things that are keeping you down, but it's also helping you see your purpose. Some of you, again, you're gonna be repeating a cycle if you don't learn. If you keep holding on to that, to the bull, if you keep holding on to the illusion, you're gonna repeat the cycle. You're gonna be isolated and forced into this place of self-reflection, self-development, mastery, um, analyzing again. Okay, for others of you, you're coming out of this because he's looking to the past. You've analyzed, you've gone within, you've used equipment that is with you. He has a staff. This is that Ace of Wands for me right now. So you've overcome the challenges that put you into this isolated energy space, right? That time is over. You're walking into a new reality. That's for most of you. And another major arcana with the Empress. So the 3 actual cards that I have on here, the 3 minor arcana, are all pentacles. So there are major life changes happening in your physical world. You're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to touch it. You're going to be able to quantify it. It's going to be made clear, crystal clear. The moon is on the bottom. This is meaning overcoming insecurities, things that are hidden. So, like I said, for a lot of you, hasn't happened yet, but it will. For some of you, it is happening, but you haven't realized it yet. I think because, as you can see, it's done fell off the bush. He's still waiting. He's still waiting. He doesn't see that this is fallen. So that means it's happening now. You just don't realize it. And one more, please. And I'm going to be up out of here, my good people. One more. What did I say? The 8 of Cups. This is the only, and look, there's a Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing. Divine timing and divine intervention is happening. This is all happening in your physical world. And we have the 8. The 8 of Cups is all about walking away from things that no longer serve you, going towards your happiness, going towards your goals, leaving behind all of those things that have you stagnant, stuck, anxious, worried, upset, judged, feeling oppressed and suppressed. Is letting go of all of those things that kept you stifled, drunk with fear and anxiety and depression and negativity and low vibration. He's not taking any of them. He left them all behind. He's taking his staff with him. Do you see the symbolism? He's taking his staff to overcome. The Ace of Wands is all about overcoming adversity and gaining some ground, gaining footage, gaining becoming a conqueror over your adversities, your struggles, your that uphill climb. You've become victorious over those things. Walking away, going towards your happiness in the future. For some of you, somebody younger than you may be coming in to help you realize your goals or help you tend your garden. So for a lot of you, it's going to be a collaboration, but mostly it's going to be something solitary because this is all in it's internal changes that are going to affect your physical world. So your physical world is your physical world is changing based on your internal ecosystem. So just be mindful. There is abundance coming. There is I can't. I'm sorry. My Arabic is not the greatest. I don't know what that says. Um, and there's also a moon here. This is a full moon eclipse. So there are significant changes on a very high vibrational scale happening right now for you as an individual and for the collective as well. Um, so just be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of your emotions, and be mindful of your reactions to things. Think before you react. Meditate before you make any significant movements, decisions, things like that. But be mindful that you are coming to a place of stability. You are coming to a place of um, security within yourself, within how you move, within how you feel. Just like I said before I started pulling cards, the thing is polarity, perception, and purpose. Everything is a polarity. Everything has a vibration. Everything is constantly moving. The only thing constant is change. How it changes and how we experience that change is up to us. Are we physically fit? Are we emotionally fit? Are we spiritually fit to move along our path and move along our journey? Is our free will in alignment with God's will? Because again, we are in this world, but we are not of this world. Okay? God made us to experience a certain type of life. He didn't put us here to suffer and to be disease ridden and to hate each other and to kill and to just perpetuate this negativity. The world is saturated with negativity, narcissism, darkness. I keep trying to tell y'all, World War III is a war on consciousness. It's a war on your spirit. It's a war on your mental health. Your thoughts create your emotions. If your thoughts are hey Auntie, if your thoughts are muddled, your emotions are going to be muddled. If your emotions are muddled, guess what? You're not going to make the best decisions, and you're not going to move in the right direction, and you're not going to take the best action. Period. So that's what I got for you guys. If you missed it, please go back and watch my replay. Personal readings are available. I have 3 spots open for free transformational coaching classes for exchange of for testimonials. So if you're interested in that, drop me a comment or hit me in my messages, or you can go to my Black Moon Goddess Intuition Facebook page and hit the book button, and it'll jump on my calendar and I'll get with you. I also have baskets available. I do the smudge baskets and baskets for any occasion or just because. I do also have the all natural handmade whipped shea butter and hair oil. So if you guys are interested in any products and services at BMGI Black Moon Goddess Intuition, it is 20% off of all products and services. So just hit me up. You guys have a good weekend. If I'm got and look, what did I say? I've been saying that this whole time. The Ace of Wands. I've been saying that. And boom, Ace of Wands. Overcoming adversity. God's gift. I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all be strong. Love you much. Peace.